Hey, what's going on, guys? NickTTG here, and as you can see, I have a little bit of a different setup this time, testing out OBS Studios and also using Let's View on my phone so I can screen record Pokemon Go at the same time to show you guys what's going on. So recently we got an October update event over here, so let me show you guys. So this is for the October content coming up for this coming October. So let's get right into it. So let's start off with talking about the 5-star raids. I think it's I guess not. Okay, this is fine. So for the 5-star raids coming up, we have the legendary beasts are actually returning to Pokemon Go. So if I pull them up here, so we're getting, so this includes Raikou, Entei, and then also Suicune as well returning, which all have shiny potentials. I'm definitely looking forward to Raikou the most, and I'll show you why. Because I have this Shlendo right here, and I'm definitely looking forward to maxing out that one to level 50. Because currently, right now, I've only been able to get it up to level 45. Currently, I do have enough Excel that I could power it up one more time if I wanted to. As you can see here, I need 178, so I'm definitely looking forward for this one. But also, Entei and Suicune are not bad either. And also, Raikou and Entei have pretty useful shadows, so getting the Excel candies for this one is actually pretty good. And it's been a very long time since we've had these guys return in raids. I think it's been almost 2 years, if not, I think a little longer, because these things haven't been back in raids since the Johto tour, which was almost 2 years ago. So definitely looking forward to that. So this is going to happen from September 23rd, which is tomorrow, till October 6th. We're going to be having that. And then for the next one here, which I'm also looking forward to, October 6th to the 20th, we have Guzzlord returning in raids. And this thing can be shiny, which is really cool. So currently right now, I've done a handful of Guzzlord raids. These are some of the best ones I've had. I do have this Hundo here, which I would like to get the Excels hopefully to 50 max it. Because I got this one, like, I think, with only a few days left of when Guzzlord was here the last time. And I wasn't able to get the Excels in time, so I'm not too far away. And given that we get 3 guaranteed Excels from doing in-person raids, I don't think that should take me too long. And the shiny also looks really cool as well, which I'm looking forward to. And then we have Darkrai coming back from October 20th to November 3rd for the remainder of the month, which is what I was thinking was going to happen, because last year we got both Giratinas came back with Shadow Force, and then the year before that it was Darkrai again. So it seems like Niantic seems to do like every other year, like switch between Darkrai and Giratina. So that's pretty understandable, but also not a terrible one as well. Darkrai is actually a really good Dark-type Pokemon, and also with Snarl Shadow Ball, it's actually pretty good as well. So for the Mega Raids, from which we currently have right now, so from September 16th to October 6th, we're going to be having Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gengar is going to be returning when Guzzlord's around here from October 6th to the 20th, which actually is a really good Ghost-type Pokemon, so definitely one worth getting the Mega Energy for if you want it. And then we have Mega Banette from October 20th to November 3rd when Darkrai's here. Not a bad Ghost-type either, but Mega Gengar definitely is the one worth rating for if you really want that energy. And then we have Shadow Moltres, who's going to be in the Shadow Raids for Shadow Legendary Eggs in October. I haven't gotten the shinies for the last 3. Mewtwo, Articuno, Zapdos. I was unfortunate. I didn't get either one of them. So Moltres, I'm hoping that the curse breaks for this one, because it's my team bird and I gotta have it. Alright, and then if we zoom out, I guess the next thing we can look at is the raid hours here. So October 4th, we're going to have the raid hour for the Legendary Beast, which is going to be from 6 to 7, and the same for all the other ones. Guzzlord, he's going to be here for 2 weeks, it looks like, so we're going to have 2 raid hours for this one, which is going to be October 11th and then October 18th. And then Darkrai is going to be on October 25th. Also for the Beast as well, it's looking like we're getting 1 raid hour, it looks like, with all 3 of them. It's not like split up into like 1 day for each one, like how the Primals were recently, or this summer. You know how we had Primal Groudon, or no, it was Primal Kyogre first, and then the day after was Primal Kyogre. So it looks like this one is just going to be all of them at once, which is alright. So I guess for this raid hour, like, either you can raid everything if you want to, or if you're like choosy. Like for me personally, I'm going to be going after Raikou the most for the Excels, and then after that I think I'm just going to do free passes on Entei. Because Suicune is probably the least useful out of all 3 of these. Entei and Raikou are actually decent Pokemon, like raid attackers for their typing. And the shadows are obviously really good. So the next thing let's get into the spotlight hours here. So we can scroll down here. I'll start up here. So for October 3rd, the first spotlight hour is going to be Slowpoke, And the bonus is going to be double candy for transferring Pokemon. So if you have any legendaries or any rare Pokemon that maybe you've traded recently or anything like that, definitely a good opportunity to get some of those double candies. And then October 10th, which I think is probably the best one in my opinion out of these, is going to be Shroomish. And we're going to get double XP for evolving Pokemon. But mainly for this one, Shroomish is 500 Stardust when you catch it. It's one of these Pokemon that gives you extra Stardust when you catch it. And if you have Sunny Weather in game, it gives you 650 per catch. So with the star piece down, this is actually going to be a pretty good event. I kind of wish it was swapped with Punkaboo, which is the next one, because that would have been really nice. But we did get Paras recently for a Spotlight Hour, and it did have a double catch Stardust bonus, so I'm not angry about that. But this one, though, definitely one to go after for sure. And then speaking of Punkaboo, the next one is going to be that on October 17th, and that's going to be the double catch Stardust bonus. And also this is really nice as well because this does tie in with the showcases that are going to be in here, which I'll talk about shortly. And because Pumpkaboo has 4 different sizes. You have extra small, medium, large, and then double XL. And this is where I think the double XSs and double XL Pokemon is really going to shine here because Pumpkaboo I think was the first Pokemon released in the game that had these sizes in. So that's pretty neat to have that one in there. Because it looks like a lot of these after Shroomish are just like Halloween related. And then we have Phantom on October 24th, which is going to be double XP for catching Pokemon. This is actually a really good Pokemon for Phantom because it evolves into Trevenant, which actually is a really good Great League and Ultra League Pokemon. So definitely one going after if you're looking one specifically. It's not too great in terms of a grass or a ghost type attacker, but in PvP though, it's really good. So definitely take advantage of that if you're looking for one for PvP. And then we have Yamask on October 31st, which happens to be Halloween. And we get double candy for catching Pokemon, which is not bad either. I definitely could use one more shiny because I think if I look at my Yamasks here, I've only got the one shiny right here. So I'm hoping to get one more because I already have the shiny family for... Yeah, I do have the shiny family for the Galarian one. I just haven't evolved one yet. Should probably do that sometime. Is this one any good? Oh, about this one. Maybe this one I'll evolve into the Ruingarus or whatever you call that. And also Kafagrigus, which is the evolution of Yamask. It's actually not bad in the Great League as well. And I have a feeling the Halloween couple returns, so I guess these two Pokemon, Trevenant and that one, will be pretty good. All right. And then let's actually talk about the events first before I get into the showcases. So the first event coming up for October, well, it's going to be end of September into October. It's going to be the Out to Play event over there, which is going to be featuring, it's mainly going to be focused around routes in Pokemon Go. And also it's going to feature the introduction of Shiny Hussein Growlithe, which is going to be in the, I believe in 2 kilometer eggs and also the 7 kilometer eggs as well, which it currently is in. And that's going to go down from September 27th to October 2nd from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then October 5th to the 9th from starting October 5th, 10 a.m. to October 9th, 8 p.m. is some mystery event. Not sure what that one's going to be. That does fall around the time I think that we're going to have that Lugia raid weekend that I think was rumored as well. I think it's actually been confirmed also, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that falls around that time. So I'm curious to know what's going to happen then. And then October 7th to the 8th, we're going to have the Go Battle weekend, which is going to go down from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. on October 8th. Not too sure like what league it's going to be in. I want to say most likely probably either the Great League or Ultra League more than likely. It's not going to be the Master League, which currently we have going right now. It'd be nice if the Master League did stay around for a bit, but oh well. Maybe I'll just hit up that weekend, like especially because I'm not at rank 20 yet, so, or at the ace rank or whatever you need to get for like the Elite TM, so I guess I can just go crazy with that. And then we have the Harvest Festival event from October 12th at 10 a.m. to October 17th at 8 till 8 p.m. as well. I don't think we got any word, like we have no like official announcement for these events yet. We just know what they're going to be. So I guess we'll know about that in the time being. And then the October Community Day is going to go down on October 15th from 2 to 5 p.m., which I believe is on a Sunday, which is actually kind of nice. I actually don't mind the Sunday Community Days because I work on Saturdays personally, like me working as a mechanical engineer. So having it on a Sunday is actually really nice because I have time off to do it. So my girlfriend and I, we're definitely looking forward to this one, especially with the Pokemon's going to be featured, which we'll talk about shortly. And then we have the Incense Day, which is going to be the following Sunday over there, which is going to be the following week over there on October 21st. So from 2 to 5 p.m. No idea what Pokemon that's going to be featured. I have maybe one hint at what it's going to be based on the showcases maybe. But other than that, I really don't know. And then we have what I think a lot of people are looking forward to in October, the Pokemon Go Halloween 2023 event. So part 1 is going to happen from October 19th at 10 a.m. to October 26th at 10 a.m. And then we have part 2 from October 26th at 10 a.m. to October 31st at 8 p.m. So pretty much it ends on the start of Halloween night pretty much. And also like this one is going to be, it's going to be the part 2 of the event and also a Team Go Rocket takeover event as well. So if you have any Pokemon that you want to TM Frustration off of or anything, especially if you have like Shadow Gibbles or like anything useful like for Shadows that you want to TM Frustration off of, or maybe Shiny Shadows or anything that you want to get rid of Frustration with, this is probably going to be an event for that because this only happens like I think like twice a year usually. And I definitely have Shadow Gibbles at the ready, so I'm looking forward to that. And then let's get into the showcases over here. Oops. All right. So the first one, obviously, it's going to be Growlithe and Hussein Growlithe, which is going to happen from September 30th to October 2nd. Over there, more than likely, these are going to be like the same with showcases, featuring like huge Pokemon or double XLs. They never featured any smaller ones typically, because typically they just say put in your biggest Pokemon, like whatever's going to be featured. I guess you could throw in small ones if you wanted to. Like I'm actually thinking doing a challenge where you actually throw in showcases. I'm just gonna find a bunch of abandoned like stops that have showcases and like throw in a bunch of like extra small Pokemon and see if I can get rank 1 without anybody finding it. Although if someone does find it and drops in something, they're probably gonna beat me indefinitely. So it's a risky challenge, but I'm actually willing to do that maybe if I can find any abandoned Pokestops that have showcases. And then from October 5th to the 9th, we have another 2 Pokemon are going to be showcased, although we don't know what that event's going to be, so that'll be to be announced. And then here's what I'm looking forward to on October 15th, 2 to 5 p.m. And that ties in with the community day that I was just talking about. So I think we know for sure, even though Niantic hasn't made an official announcement, it does look like the October community day is in fact going to be Timber, which I'm actually really looking forward to because Timber evolves all the way to Conkeldurr, which actually is a pretty good fighting type Pokemon. It's one of the top fighting type Pokemon in the game, although there are slightly better ones. I believe, like, what is it? Lucario, Shadow Machamp, and Terrakion do outperform it, but it's not a terrible one, though. And also it has a really cool shiny as well. Over here, it's like this, instead of, like, what is it? Instead of the pink, like, bands or whatever, or pink, like, clothes or whatever it's wearing, instead it's orange. Which actually looks really cool. And also the nose is orange as well, as opposed to red on the original one. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like if we search my Timbers over here, I do have... Oh, forgot to tap that. I do have 3 hundos, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And this would be an event I would really love if I could get a Shundo for, because if you guys know, like let me just show you guys my Timber count over here. And actually, I did make a mistake on, like, I was talking at one of the live streams. I said I did, like, around 350 raids. It was actually more than that. I've done probably just over 400 raids for Timber, and I never got a hundo from a raid. I did over 400 raids for that. Because the remaining ones over here, not counting the ones that ran away, were egg hatches, like, when they used to be in 10-kilometer eggs, and also, like, during that one event I think we had where Timber and Axew were, like, in like 7-kilometer eggs or something. But yeah, I've done well over 400 Timber raids and never gotten a hundo. So actually getting 3 hundos during the global event was actually really nice. One of which was this one here. My girlfriend actually traded me, which huge shout out to her for that. Because originally we got these 2 here. And then this one she traded me, which I was pretty happy with. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this one for being the Calm Day. And this is what's going to be featured in the showcases here. So it's going to be Timber and then also Conkeldurr as well. But if I look this up here, do I have any? I don't think I have any double XLs here. Like, I do have this one here, which is my biggest one, apparently, in terms of size. So I guess maybe that one I could do for the showcases. But I'm pretty sure during the Calm Day, I'll probably will run into a double XL for short. Also ignore the nickname on that one. I had told my friend, I said, as soon as I get a lucky Conkeldurr, I'm going to name it that. there's a long story behind that. And then the next one's from October, so the next day, or for the next 2 days, October 16th to the 17th, which is going to be during the Harvest Festival, and it's going to be Pumpkaboo. So definitely if you have those double XL Pumpkaboos, which are going to be spawning in the wild, and actually during the last event, they weren't super rare or anything. So this actually might be an easy one for people to do for showcases if you have Pokestops in your area. So that, and then Gorgeist. And then from October 20th to the 22nd, which is going to be during the first part of the Halloween event. It's looking like we're going to have 2 featured during that time. So for the first one, it's going to be Shuppet and Banette, October 20th to the 22nd. And then October 23rd to the 25th is going to be some mystery Pokemon. Not sure what it's going to be. If it's going to be maybe a Pokemon that's already in the game, or if it's going to be maybe a new Pokemon maybe featured during the Halloween event. It wouldn't surprise me if during the either part 1 or part 2 of the Halloween event, if we do get a new Pokemon. I don't know what we got last year. Did we get a new Halloween Pokemon last year that was Halloween related? The only thing I can think of, I remember last year we got the shiny Galarian Yamask. Other than that, I don't know if we got anything else. Well, we had that, and then also, didn't we also get like the release of shiny Pumpkaboo as well? That's also another thing to note as well. Pumpkaboo can be shiny, and I don't have the shiny for any one of them. And isn't there like, you have to have like 8 to complete the family? Because you have to have what, like 4 of the Pumpkaboos and then 4 of the Gorgeist evolved. I think it was. Other than that, I don't think we had anything new. But anyway, so the next one will be Phantom from October 26th to the 28th as well, which is going to be going from part 1 to part 2. And then during the part 2, plus the Team Go Rocket Takeover, it's going to be Ghastly from October 29th to October 31st on Halloween. So it's going to be Ghastly and Gengar. Don't know if I have any double XLs for those, but like I said, during this event, if you're going out catching, like probably what I'm going to be doing, I don't think it'll be too hard to run into those double XLs, especially if you hit up, which my tip really, if you want to get those double XLs or like those rare Pokemon, or those like rarer Pokemon, like for me personally, why I have so many hundos, cluster spawns are definitely good, like parks, parking lots, things like that. Also going in areas where I feel like not many people tend to venture into, like usually sometimes in the middle of the woods or in like a neighborhood or something where they have cluster spawns. Typically that's where I found hundos in the past before. Like my Shundo Tyranitar was actually in a small neighborhood area my girlfriend and I went to, and literally that's how I was able to get a Shundo. In the end, it really does come down to luck, but that's just like in my experience. So overall, what do I think of the October content update? I think it's really good overall. We definitely have some really good raid bosses that are actually worth raiding. Like everyone who's doing the Master Ball research, who like are still stuck on the raid task, this is definitely one worth going after. I know a lot of people said they're going to go after the legendary beast. I know a lot of people on Twitter saying, like, I know one guy I think I saw, he had like 20 passes out of the 60 he needs for like the Master Ball research. I know he said, oh, I'm definitely going to go hard for Guzzlord over there. So it seems like October really seems to be bringing people out, because for September, they've been okay overall. I would say, like, other than Genesect, which is out right now with the Burn Drive Genesect with the shiny potential, nothing really too worthy overall. Like I feel like I kind of felt a little burned out. Like this event, aside from the Paldea event, which was really good raid wise, I just kind of felt burned out by it. Like once I got the shiny Genesect, I was kind of like done with that. But October definitely looks like it's going to be pretty good, especially with the legendary beast finally returning after years, Guzzlord coming back with its shiny, and then Darkrai also returning as well, which I'm not angry about whatsoever. And actually one I would like to raid, because I would like to swap out some of the 96s I have. Hopefully maybe I can get a 98 or 2, or maybe another hundo. Because if we look at my Darkrai's here, I do have the one hundo right here, but I wouldn't mind a second one if I can get it. I do have a 98 here, and I think I've got another one right here. This one I think is, yeah, this one is HP defense. And my best shiny is a 93, which I got right here. I would like to hopefully get a better one, and if you want to get a Shundo for this one, you do have to get him from the raids, because keep in mind, Darkrai is a mythical, which you can't trade. So there's that. So yeah, hopefully maybe I can swap out some of these 96s here, especially. But we'll see what happens. If not, oh well. He'll probably come back around sometime. And also, I think this Pokemon was also featured like during the Go Fest like the previous year, so it wouldn't be surprised if this thing was featured maybe for Global Go Fest again. Because what was it? Last year was Darkrai and Cresselia, and then this year around it was Yveltal and Xerneas, pretty much, not counting Mega Rayquaza. Also, the Megas are not bad either. Mega Gardevoir, one of the top Fairy type Pokemon in the game, if not, I think #1 currently. Mega Gengar being currently the top Ghost type Pokemon in the game, so these two are definitely worth getting the energy for. I really don't need any more for Gardevoir, which you can obviously see right here. I'm capped on that. For Gengar, though, I could use more, because I only have like just under 1600. But then again, I don't Mega Evolve this thing all the time, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Gengar, you can get energy from the field research. I think if you power up Pokemon a certain number of times. I might be wrong. I think he has been in there in the past, but I don't know if this season if it is, because I know Ampharos is in there. I know currently we have raid tasks right now for win a raid for like the Psychic type Megas. But let me know, correct me if I'm wrong, if Mega Gengar does have those energy tasks for this season for the research. If not, maybe this one would be worth raiding for, like maybe after I get the shiny Guzzlord, for example, and I get the Excels for it, maybe I'll just stick with Mega Gengar after that and just grind that energy a bit. Also, probably not a bad idea if I want to walk him as well, because that's not a bad way to get the energy as well. And definitely Shadow Moltres, looking forward to that one as well. And overall, like even the events are really good, in my opinion as well. Obviously, the Halloween event I'm really looking forward to. The Calm Day with Timber is without a doubt going to be amazing. Overall, like I said, I think this event is going to be, this month I should say, is going to be really good for Pokemon Go. Hopefully, maybe this gets a lot of people out that maybe have taken a break from the game and maybe they'll come back into it as well. So looking forward overall what this event is, and hopefully we have some really good luck. I know for Timber, I really would love to get that Shundo for this thing to make up for doing over 400 raids and not getting a hundo. If I can get a Shundo for that, I would pretty much make it up to Niantic. I'd be like, you know what, I forgive you guys for all that if they give me a Shundo during that day. So hopefully it happens during that time. Looking forward to this month. Let's see what kind of luck we'll get. Talk to you guys soon.